She didn't think you'd actually do it. She never thought you'd walk away. At first, she might act like she doesn't care, like your silence means nothing. She posts more, laughs louder, maybe even flirts with other men in public or on social media. But don't be fooled. That's just the surface. Deep down, something's shifting. This is what a woman does when you stop contacting her. And no, this isn't about playing games or pretending to move on. This is about understanding the real psychological effect your silence has, and why it triggers emotions she can't hide for long. Let's get into it. When a man stops reaching out, especially after being consistent, the sudden void hits hard. It doesn't register at first. She thinks she's still got time, that you'll return like you always have, that the silence is temporary, that you're bluffing. But the longer the silence stretches, the louder it gets. And here's the twist. While she might not text you, she's checking for you. She notices the read messages with no replies. She watches your story even if she doesn't react. She asks mutual friends about you, and all of that, it's her way of dealing with the storm you've created just by pulling back. Why does this happen? Because women are emotional first. They bond through attention, presence, and consistency. When you take that away, it disrupts her emotional balance. Suddenly, the man who used to check in, send good morning texts, and ask how her day was, is just gone. And silence from a man who once cared feels louder than any argument. But let's be real, some women will pretend it doesn't matter. They'll keep up a show. They might even try to make you jealous. But behind all that is a test. Can you stay silent long enough to show you mean it? Here's where it gets interesting. At a certain point, she starts replaying everything, every message, every moment, every joke you made that made her laugh, every way you made her feel safe. And now that it's gone, she's not sure if she can get it back. This is the power of detachment. You didn't chase, you didn't beg, you didn't explain yourself in 6 paragraphs. You simply stopped. And that's when the tables turn. When a woman starts to feel that she's lost your attention, not because you're angry or manipulative, but because you genuinely moved on with your life, that's when she starts to question everything. Now let me make one thing clear. This only works when the silence is real, not fake silence, not posting cryptic quotes on Instagram trying to bait her, not updating your story every 5 minutes just to show her what she's missing. Real silence, stillness, absence, focused on yourself, no noise. Because that's what really shakes her. Not your anger, not your passive aggressiveness, but your peace. That you're not reaching out because you finally learned your worth. That you're not texting her because you're choosing your peace over her games. That you're not chasing because you realized you were the prize all along. Now here comes the test. She might pop up again. She might like a post, send a "Hey stranger," or react to your story. And the average man, he takes the bait. He responds instantly, thinking she finally came around. But you're not average. Because when you truly understand your value, you don't break your silence for breadcrumbs. See, when you stop contacting a woman, what she does next tells you everything about who she is. Some will miss you and come correct. Some will try to manipulate you into breaking your strength. Some will double down on pride and lose you forever. But every reaction tells a story. And yours should be quiet power. Now let's talk about the challenge. The hardest part about going silent is fighting the urge to explain yourself, to tell her you miss her, to get closure. But here's the truth. Your silence is the closure. Your silence says, "I tried, and now I'm done trying." That silence forces her to sit with her own behavior, to reflect on what she did or didn't do, to realize that men like you don't stick around forever. You create a vacuum, and in that vacuum, she either steps up or fades out. That's not being toxic. That's being a man with standards. Because when you keep chasing, you teach her that you'll tolerate anything just to keep her around. But when you stop contacting her, you flip the dynamic. Now she has to earn her way back in, and if she doesn't, good. That means you made the right call. Here's the climax of it all. The woman who once took you for granted will eventually feel the weight of your absence. It might take days, weeks, months, but she will. And that moment, when she realizes you're really gone, that's when regret sets in. She might never say it, but she'll think it. She'll feel it. And most of all, she'll remember it. Because a man who walks away with grace and strength leaves a mark. So let me say this to you clearly. Stop contacting her. Stop checking her stories. Stop wondering what she's doing. Focus on your life, your growth, your purpose. The right woman won't need to be chased. The right woman won't make you question your worth. And the wrong one? Let her go. Let her learn the hard way what she lost. And when she finally realizes it, it'll be too late. Want to know the next move after going silent? Watch this next video. It'll change the way you see yourself forever.